Okay now. Okay. Greetings, welcome back to Black Bear News, where everything is connected. How y'all doing? Good to see you. It's a little chillier this morning. Waiting for the sun to come out. Waiting for the sun to come out and warm everything up. But good to see y'all. And greetings. Salutations. Sun salutations. Here, where are we going? Anyways, it's another day. It's just another day, or Boxing Day to some. Y'all got a blizzard, Jazz Farm? Shoot. Russia got a blizzard too, I think. Yeah, it is winter. Hope you all are doing okay though. In the middle of how bad is the blizzard? We're live on YouTube, Rockfin, Callin, and Twitter. I had a weird thing happen with Twitter today. I don't know. I think they were just blocking some post. I'm talking about some weather stuff, but we're also going to talk about some weird stuff too. We'll see. We'll talk about some weird stuff. I feel like this is too early for a lot of people. The time of this show. That's all right. That's all right. Give me 1 second. Y'all, I'm looking at something. Yeah, sure. Okay. Just trying to get all the things I'm looking at together. I-70 is closed. Lots of wind. Dang. Did I cover that thing about the jet stream being really fast the other day? Or maybe I missed that one. The jet stream is supercharged at the moment. And we've been getting a lot of like really heavy wind damage in the northern and southern hemispheres. Hemisphere is a good word. Just letting you know, I'm going to have to like run and go grab some coffee because I didn't make enough coffee for the show. But that's okay. We're going to cover what we can cover. Did you all enjoy yourselves yesterday? Hopefully you did. Oh, I don't want to show that. Did you enjoy yourselves? Or was it just another day? Did you have a good day? Max RJ says that against the law to sit, stand, or lay down on our public areas. They're making it impossible for the homeless, yes. They're making it hard for the homeless. I don't know. Here, though, it's weird. It's more homeless than ever. It seems like they're just allowing. Well, the weirdest part is all the campers that everybody's living in are everywhere, and I'm always like, are they getting kicked out? Ever because of parking, or are they getting just slapped with paying the parking fine part of the rent, or I don't know. Jackson turned Catalina into a homeless island. Okay. I don't know. That seems kind of weird. I mean, they've had ideas like that in the past. Even the book, what was it? Ishmael. Didn't they talk about in Ishmael? Didn't he talk about something like, let all the people, the misfits who can't function in society the way that we have it set up, let all the misfits like kind of take over a particular part of the country or something. Look, if you can't deal with things as they are, we'll just put you over here in this region of the country. We'll just have a big old lot, and all y'all can just hang out over here, and maybe we'll just throw you food once in a while. I don't know. I don't know. Elliot on CNN clip remind me of the newsroom CC. Oh, really? No, I didn't see any of that. Elliot Jacobson blocked me, by the way, so I don't see any of his clips. I poked him, so it probably was my fault. I poked him over COVID because he's a big old triple mask, triple vaccine. I believe everything I said, and I was kind of annoyed by that, so I poked him, and he blocked me. It's all good. Jackson, didn't you leave? You left the comment about Trump didn't start any wars. You're a vet. Are you the one that left the comment? You're a veteran. Yeah, to people who are, who realize the horrors of wars, I think they might appreciate not having new wars started. And that's okay. I happen to agree with you. Like, I don't really, I'm not a, again, I'm not, I don't know why I have to say this there all the time. It's just, why you have to clarify everything all the time. But I'm not, I didn't vote for Trump. Not a huge fan, but I appreciated that he didn't get us into any new wars. Like, I'll give him a plus. He also didn't took us out of the TPP thing. Plus one for Trump on that one. It's things he did that I did not like. So whatever. I don't know. Can I find this? Hold on. World's leading climate analyst. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can find it. Oh no! I mean, I know you gave me the link, but I can't really. Let's see. Can I get this? I don't know if I can grab your. I can't grab it out of here. They won't let me do it. They won't let me do it. That's annoying. Drop the same link on Rockfin. I think I can get the link off of Rockfin. They allow links on. Thanks. Yeah, you're ahead of me. Thank you. Well, while we're here, terrible floods destroyed the pedestrian bridge in Rincon of Catamarca province in northwest Argentina. Look at this. This is wild. There's some scary action there. Yeah. Run away. If you see a flood wiping stuff away like that, that's time to get out. Get gone. I don't know why people are still standing around. A lot of these videos, people are like, oh my God, look at that. It's just like, I'm like, just get out. Historic heat in Chile. Temperature reached an incredible 37.8 C at San Pedro de Atacama, 2,300 meters above sea level, so that's very high altitude. Among the highest temperatures ever recorded in the world at such altitude. Paraguay got up to 44.4 C. Minimum temperature 30.9 C, close to the December highest ever recorded in South America. So it's hot, it's hot, getting hotter. In Tixi, children and women stay home due to the blizzard. This is in Russia, Far East, and Yakutia. Blizzard at the speed of 108 kilometers per hour. Strong wind blows away a healthy person. How do I get off this thing? Major floods and due to extreme rains in Sumatra, Indonesia. All right, that's my cue, guys. I'm gonna get some coffee, and I'll leave you to watch this video for a second. or I don't know if you want some music back on, but it's going to take me like 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, there's more people watching. That's good. I guess I just need to leave the camera. More people will join the show. Uh, yeah, I would be worried about what is swimming to. Um, all right. And another warm day in Europe. In Austria, monthly records beaten, including 18.6 C at Vienna. This is, it's December. France, up to 22.7 C and above 20 C at 500 meters above sea level. 6 records beaten. In Bulgaria, December record 22.6 C. In Germany, some records of warmest December night. This is just an interesting. Just people noticing the differences in the seasons and the weather. Daffodils blooming before Christmas. Is it just me that thinks this is totally bizarre? Yes. In many ways, I'm jealous of the folk that can just carry on with Christmas celebrations and not think anything out of the ordinary is happening at all. Yeah, everything's out of whack. And if you don't think that's going to have long-term effects. Somebody spams these posts. Lee Veal. A warmer, wetter Earth will not be a bad thing for mankind. Okay. CO2 levels 20,000 years ago were very close to anemic levels for Earth, i.e. most plant life death. What? What are you talking about? I don't know. Again, I haven't seen any evidence that somebody's making this up or that this is not true news. We got, what's up, people of Rockfin? How are you? Slow to the gate in Rockfin. I know it's the day after Christmas. I think everybody's slow to the gate, period. I'm slow to the gate today, for crying out loud. Got some people watching on Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, say, hey, leave a comment, something, something, something. Well, actually, probably quite a few people watching on Twitter. Oh, by the way, someone bought a T-shirt, Black Bear News T-shirt, and we'll talk about that later, I guess. But thank you for the. Y'all know that you can get Black Bear News T-shirts if you want. If it's something you want to represent. Darlene, you just pick carrots from your garden? Are you in a more temperate zone, or where are you? Or is this just weather being weird? For all my dressing up like it's the frozen tundra outside, it's actually quite warm. And I was talking to a family member yesterday, and they were asking about whether we had gotten. I live next to some mountains, a little mountain range, and we get when we get a storm system and it's cold, we get a little dusting of snow. We get a dusting of snow on the mountains, so they were asking me, have you gotten any snow? And I was like, no, it's really warm. The nights have barely dipped into the 40s a few times, but mostly it's been in the 50s, and a lot of the time it's been close to 60 at night. And this is about as cold as it's been here, and it's in the 50s. It's not too bad. As far as being cold, it's not like real cold. It takes me, whatever. You get up in the morning and sometimes it just feels like it's cold, but it's really, I just walked outside and I'm like, it's not that cold. 55 degrees, East Coast, Virginia. Yeah, so you're about as warm as we are. And that's actually highly strange and unseasonable, right? Is it not? Yeah, it's going to get up to about 65 today. And if the sun comes out, probably a lot warmer than that. I have not been doing good on the gardening front this year at all. I've got a few things going, but I'm just not. I've been hustling like way too hard to even do any gardening. Here, okay, let's watch a little bit of this. We won't, I think it's 8 minutes long, so I don't know if we're going to watch the whole thing. See what Elliot Jacobson has to say. By the way, Elliot Jacobson, I have no ill will towards you. I was just countering your information, which I don't think is actually great information about certain subjects. So, even scientists can be less than scientific about some things when they just believe whatever the narrative. All right, here we go. I really wish I can get some video here. Hold on. Stop talking. Stop talking. Jesus. Hold on. I'm sorry. Having a hard time here. Side hustling. Here we go. Okay. Now we've got some video. I don't know why that was so difficult. Here, let's start from the beginning.
Now, he's a retired professor of mathematics and computer science. Good to see you. Welcome back.
Well, thanks so much for having me back.
Okay, well, here's a sample of what Christmas Day was like across much of the northern hemisphere. From Minnesota's Star Tribune, rain and record warmth on Christmas Day. Over in the UK, The Guardian reports White Christmas declared as Scotland sees snow, but elsewhere it's 12 degrees Celsius. And from Chicago Sun-Times, families open presents and rush outdoors on an unseasonably warm Christmas Day. What seems odd here in some respects is how these climate events are described as, unseasonably warm, treated almost as some kind of anomaly because, it'll all get back to normal at some point, is the thinking, I guess. But if you look at the numbers, which is what you do the math, the average temperatures are not coming down anytime soon.
Well, they certainly aren't. In fact, the last 4 months has been about 1.7 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial baseline, and that's for the entire world. And you know, the Paris limit is 1.5 Celsius. So we've been cruising above the Paris limit for the last 4 months. And don't be mistaken, that doesn't mean we've officially broken the Paris limit, because that has everything to do with sort of the long-term average. But it has just been blistering these last 4 months.
I don't know how we haven't, if it's been, he says 4 months and someone else said 5 months. So if almost half the year is spent above the supposed guardrail of 1.5, I mean, come on now. And the way that the trend line is working is there's no indication that we're going to go down anytime soon, or down significantly, or down in a long-term kind of way. He just said long-term averages, whatnot. Over the long term, it's going to go up. If we spent 5 months or 4 months at 1.5, we're at 1.5. I mean,
And I think we're just seeing the effects of that now.
So as someone who was a consultant to the computer industry, using your mathematics skills to look at risk and anomalies, that kind of stuff, using those skills, looking at the data which is already out there available on the climate, where are we heading and where do you think we are right now?
Well, we keep on seeing events that are just off the scale in terms of any sort of normal assessment of risk. So when we talk about how often things occur, for example, right now, world sea surface temperatures are about a 1 in 17 million shot. But that kind of thing is happening every single day. So we can no longer talk in sort of the classical way about the probability of events anymore, or the risk of things happening anymore, because we are entering a new system. And unfortunately, that new system isn't even stable. It keeps on accelerating to even newer and newer highs. So in terms of risk modeling, I can say that we are way out on the tail end of anything that was ever expected. But that's now our new normal.
Well, now here's a brief message from Britain's King Charles. Listen to this.
We care for the earth for the sake of our children's children. During my lifetime, I've been so pleased to see a growing awareness of how we must protect the earth and our natural world as the one.
All right, that's where I'm going to end this video, because King Charles, not the greatest he's the equivalent of Bill Gates or Klaus Schwab saying, we got to really worry about the climate. I don't care what King Charles has to say about the planet. He's not prepared. He's not prepared to let anybody know what's really going on or what is really necessary. And if anything, he's gonna turn off listeners to the message. So we're not gonna listen to him. So whatever. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird, man. Okay, let's see. There's a very real possibility I'm going to jump off YouTube because I want to talk about some things that are kind of harsh. But we'll this is about as harsh as it's going to get for YouTube. Nico House retweeting this. Euromed Human Rights Center confirms that Israel is carrying out executions of civilians in a stadium that's been appropriated by the IDF and turned into what can only be described as a concentration camp. Say what? He says, imagine surviving Auschwitz or being a child of an Auschwitz survivor only to see the descendants of your people create a place almost as horrific as the place you experienced at the hands of Hitler's goon squad. Maybe we'll play more of that. We'll play the video. The video is kind of strange, but maybe we'll play more of that on Rockfin. Steph C says he may be concerned, but there's nothing he can or will do about it. Rudel says we're going to likely hit 1.7C average by 2030 and 2C by 2040, according to Hansen. And, you know, Hansen is making some of the more extreme predictions, but even his predictions, I fear, are actually conservative. He's making conservative predictions that look and sound extreme to pretty much everybody else. Somewhere between Hansen and Sam Carana is probably the reality. 1.7C average by 2030 and 2C by 2040. Yeah, I actually see... I don't see how, you know, there's an exponential component to this. There, you know, the whole as it gets faster kind of thing. So I don't see. We touched 2C already this year, twice. If we do something like what we did this year, in the next 2 years, as in, you know, we spent 5 months at 2C. Then we're at 2C. We're, you know, pretty much. I see, you know, I think we're going to be clearly squarely at 2C prior to 2030. That's just my layman's take on it. That we'll be squarely at 2C, you know, by 2030, maybe long before. If we hit 2C by 2025, or if we're at, you know, hitting 2C a bunch in 2024 or 2025, then we're there. We're there, and it's not even 2030 yet. So I feel like those are, you know, people are trying to walk this line between being alarmist and conservative. And you can walk whatever line you want. I really don't have a, you know, I don't think, you know, there isn't a, I don't think there's a right or a wrong as far as like, you know, takes on where you think we're going to go in climate change. I mean, there are bad takes for sure. There are bad takes, but I think in, you know, on a basic level, I think just prepare yourself for more weirdness and prepare yourself eventually for some very catastrophic weirdness. You know, whatever it is, whether you're, you know, growing, prepping, to go bagging, or whatever it is you're doing. You know, preparedness is probably key, and sooner is probably better than later. Hate to be the bearer of such tidings, but you know. Okay, so I also wanted to cover something else that was really weird. Did anybody see? I know we're jumping out of climate change a little bit. Rudel says, let's hope not, because 2C leads to 3C, and 3C leads to 4C. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but the original, the original equation is 1C leads to 2C. Very quickly. You know, people are talking about how quickly 2C will turn into 3C. The original guardrail was 1C, and that was from Hansen himself. The original guardrail was 1C. You don't want to get to 1C because then bad things really start happening. And that's because as things go faster, they go faster. And that's just kind of how it's going to go, unfortunately. Osama. This week's False Flag Weekly News co-host Peter Myers argues in his new book, The Cosmopolitan Empire, that there isn't just one New World Order conspiracy. In reality, he says there are four: the Rothschild globalists, or Illuminatis, the Zionists, the British, and the green left. Okay, interesting. I probably have to check that out. That sounds interesting to me. But on other interesting, strange things, did you all see that Tucker Carlson interviewed Kevin Spacey? And a bunch of people were like, "What is going on with that right there?" Because, well, all the yes, sir. All the people that seem to know, think that maybe there's something strange going on with Tucker being on Twitter or being on X now. But the whole thing with interviewing Kevin Spacey got a lot of people raising all the eyebrows. So you know what? I'm gonna jump off, I think. Yeah, Victory Jen. I'm gonna jump off YouTube. I know I'm jumping off a little bit early, but I just want to kind of again talk freely, if I can, if I may. Oh, thanks for the link, Osama. Appreciate you. Maybe we'll watch a little bit. Okay, well, we'll get a little bit weird and we'll go over to Rockfin. Okay, but before we do, there are ways to support the show, bring the show to you. Right now, 5 days a week, for free, no paywalls. And the ways that you can support the show are buymeacoffee.com/BlackBearNews. Cash App at Red Llama Music, Venmo at Kevin Sandblum, PayPal.me/Kevin Sandblum, and Zelle, kevinsandblum.protonmail.com. Okay. YouTubers, see you tomorrow at 9. Thank you. Peace.